Hey, it's Arlen. Welcome to the Rough Cuts. I am still going through my cinematic blind spots, and this week I got to number 50, which means I have now seen the 50 greatest movies of all time. The 50th movie was Paths of Glory from 1957. This film was directed by Stanley Kubrick, and it was kind of the movie that put him on the map and made him a big-name Hollywood director. I've come to Kubrick films in kind of the wrong way. I started out years ago watching Full Metal Jacket and The Shining, and then slowly over the years I've started watching his earlier films, and I think this is the earliest of his films that I've seen. This movie stars Kirk Douglas and it's in black and white, which I know might turn a couple of you off, but please don't let it, because it's really the only choice for this particular movie. This film is a very bleak anti-war movie about French soldiers fighting in the trenches in the First World War. The storyline of this movie is that a French group of soldiers, I don't know quite what the term is for a group of soldiers, they are sent on a suicide mission, and they are basically sent to do something that they are not enough people to do, and so they know that most of them will get killed, and they will not succeed or reach their goal. And then Kirk Douglas protests, and eventually, obviously, they have to retreat from battle, and 3 of them are being executed for cowardice, and Kirk Douglas says, no, they are not cowards, and people fight a lot, and there's a courtroom, and there's execution scenes, and yeah. That sounds like a horrible movie, but just please ignore that synopsis. Like many of Stanley Kubrick's early films, this film is stylistically very simple, but very stylish, and there seems like a lot of thought has been put into the framing and the composition and the designs of this movie. This film has a lot of really long tracking shots that really put you into the situations and the minds of the characters, and my favorite of them is probably the battle scene of this movie, which has only a very few shots, and they're all tracking shots from the side, showing basically the horribleness of this battle. Last week I reviewed Saving Private Ryan, and the opening scene of that movie is kind of famous for its very energetic, very realistic battle scene, but I would even say that the battle scene in this movie is better and more powerful than the opening 30 minutes of Saving Private Ryan. This film has an ending that leaves me a bit uneasy. I don't know quite what to make of it. It's certainly a very good ending, but I'm not sure how much I understand it, so I think, like the previous movie I saw in this series of reviews, I will have to see this movie again sometime very soon. The bleakness and the very simple style of this movie makes it feel enormously realistic and not at all romanticized like a lot of movies from the 50s. And so it's probably the best First World War movie I've ever seen. So please do check it out, and it has my full-hearted recommendation. So I give this movie a really good rating. I don't know if it's like a 7 or an 8, but it's a very good movie, and I would recommend that you go out and see it. Also, I made a short film named Sikring, which is a Norwegian short film. It's the first thing I've made with a real crew and a budget and a schedule and professional actors, and I'm really proud of it. So if you have the time, please check it out. It's in Norwegian, but it's got subtitles, and I can put an annotation or a link or something. Please check it out and give me some kind of response. You can give a comment or anything, just give me constructive feedback. Thank you very much.